Hi, I'm Susan Waters from Exceeding Joy. Our scripture this week is Mark 9, verse 23 to 24, which says, Jesus said to him, "If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes." Immediately the father of the child cried out and said with tears, "Lord, I believe, help my unbelief." Today I want to look at how the father responded immediately. That is so important. He showed humility and a willingness to accept help. It also shows an eagerness to receive from the Lord. Hebrews 3 verse 7 to 8 says, "Today if you will hear his voice, do not harden your heart." It goes on to say more, but I want to look at the first part where it says that we need that today, to look at today if you hear his voice, and also if you hear his voice. That means that there's a choice to listen rather than to block God out. It's so easy to block him out if we don't want to hear him. And so often I think it's easy to not want to hear him because then you're not guilty of disobedience. It also indicates that we harden our hearts if we don't respond. As soon as I tune God out, I've put up that wall between him and I, and that's not the best for me. It's not the best for anyone. Anytime I've hesitated or dug in my heels in resistance, and there have been many times over the years, it has been due to unbelief or fear. Either I didn't believe I could do something, or I didn't believe that God would come through for me, or I didn't believe that God had the best plan for me. That kind of thinking comes from the enemy. That's why it's so important to deal with doubt and unbelief right away. I have two challenges for you today. The first one, decide now and declare that when God directs you, you will be quick to respond and follow his leading. And the second challenge, excuse me, when you are tempted to resist God, talk to him. Tell him how you feel, but also state that you will not resist him. Then ask him to reveal his plan and to empower you to walk in it. This isn't waiting until you feel the power. It's choosing to step out in faith. Joshua 3 verse 8 said, "Give this command to the priests who carry out the Ark of the Covenant. When you reach the banks of the Jordan River, take a few steps into the river and stop there." See, when we step out in faith, God's empowerment is there for us. He makes a way where there appears to be no way. Bless you as you immediately respond to God. We'll see you tomorrow.